Hello and welcome to the first video of this channel. My name is XL Sun Gaming here, and pretty much I wanted to make this video because right now we have an event going on. If you just started at Azur Lane, a lot of us that have been playing for a while have been waiting for this event. But for myself, I started playing Azur Lane when there was an event going on, and I kind of missed out a lot on some good things that I could have gotten. Things that still get at me until this day. Till this day. But basically, I just want to give a quick rundown of some of the things that are important within this game and some of the things you should be looking out for when events are going on. So before I even get into the event stuff, I'll do some quick basic things here just because this is the first video of the channel. Some of the things that you're really going to need when you're doing the events or just anything in general for Azur Lane, for getting EXP for your ships, building better guns. These three right here are going to be your friends. Gems is, if you watch anybody and any person here of culture will tell you, gems you want to save for your skins. As you see here, we have Turpits, Peter Strasser, which depleted my coins and my money. That took forever to get. Suzuki. And look, I'm not gonna be good with the names. I'm not going to lie, but I really like this skin, even though it's kind of freezing cold outside. And I kind of cropped out Georgia, which is what I'm working on right now, and then the last one, Lord Monarch. Not sure what YouTube's gonna say about these skins, so basically I just put Turpits here. It's the one of their safer ones. Pretty reserved skin that she has here. But getting back on topic, oil is going to be located right here for you. Oil is going to be what you need for when you go into battle. That's going to be the resource that you use to basically, before you get into the battles, these are basically what you're going to be using. Every sortie is going to cost you 10 oil, but even that, your ship themselves are going to have, depending on the ships that you're using, they're going to take some oil as well. So you always have the entry fee for whenever you start a sortie, and then you have overall oil that you're using for whatever you use for your fleets when you do sortie. So right now I'm doing trying to, like I said, I'm just basically gain EXP for Georgia, so I'm just leveling, doing a 1-1 formation, just trying to level up Enterprise at the same time, and Saratoga. So that's what you're going to do here. So basically that screen there is going to show you how much oil you have uh, in the formation screen here. This is pretty cool, so it'll let you know how much oil you have, aviation, anti-air, torpedoes, stats, firepower. As you can see, I don't have that much torpedo stats with this team, but with this formation, but it's okay. But that's where oil is going to come in. You could also, next and most important thing is probably going to be money. Everything you do in this game is going to require money. Where you're upgrading a character, maybe upgrading the guns, doing retrofits for the ships. Everything is going to cost you money, honestly. Or once they hit level 100, for you to get them to raise their level caps, you're going to need money as well. So money is very important to have, and it comes handy with the fourth more important thing here that you're not seeing here, which is wisdom cubes. Whenever you're building for ships, you're going to have to use money as well. So money is very important. You run through it very quickly, as you can see here. Peter Strasser getting her. I got all the ships very quick except for Peter Strasser. That was very painful. Gems, like I said, if you're a person of culture, gems are going to be what you use to acquire some of the skins that they have going on here. And then the last thing that we wanted to say is very important is your wisdom cubes. I started off with 409 wisdom cubes. Believe it or not, I built this up some from the last time that I went to go build. I need to actually build now, so I'll just go ahead and get my, well, actually I wanted just before I started this, but yeah, the wisdom cubes are what you're going to basically use to build for ships. You see, they'll tell you down here the requirements that you need: 2 wisdom cubes for 1500 coins. Lights are very nice to do once events are not going on, just because it requires 1 cube and 600 coins. And then once you build these up, you'll go to your mission task to collect your rewards for doing this, and you basically recoup everything that you lost. You gain 1 wisdom cube, and I believe you get 200 coins, so 800 coins in total. But heavy and special, and then the events are typically going to be 2 coins and 1,500 coins, or 2 wisdom cubes and 1,500 coins. That's something to keep in mind there. So going back to what I was saying about the missions, I already did some sorties here. Once you go to the battle screen and hit a note on the map there to go battle some of the opponents that you have there, you will gain rewards for doing your daily missions. You can go ahead and collect them individually, but it's much easier to just collect them all with just click and collect all up there, and it just collects everything that you have there. One of the things to keep in mind is when you're building the ships, one thing that I got confused on, you want to look to the left hand side to see what tabs that you're on. To make it easier for you to view, so this is going to be your main storyline. Basically, I'm left off at 11.1, started going back because I was really grinding my ships up to prepare me for the 13 chapters, because I know those are frightening. Basically, the events going on here, these points used to confuse me as well, but basically you collect these points by fully limit breaking the ships, which means if you go here, let me go to the dock space. So when you fully limit break these, you're basically enhancing them to the max level that they can, which is typically 100. And then you'll see here there's no more materials that are needed. That's when you know you fully limit broken your ships. I can show you one here that's not fully limit broken. So let's go attack Al here. So if I were to go to limit break here, I guess I already gave her I need to find one that doesn't have it yet. I might be able to sort it by limit break. Let me see. No, you can only do it by retrofits. So let's just cancel out of that. Let me find a ship that I know that doesn't have it yet. I know there's one that doesn't have it. Which one? Hermione. Let's do Hermione. I know you don't have it. You're not fully limit broken. So you go to limit break here. Essentially, this you need a copy of the ship, or you need a gold bulletin. So whenever you have a ship that has an SR rating or has a gold, I'm trying to see if it'll show you guys here. It doesn't show you it here, but I had to back out. So the gold colored ships here are typically going to let you know that they're SR ships. These are going to require gold bullets to basically limit break them, whereas purple and elite, rares, and commons, they all require the regular purple bullets. And the bullets are going to basically be, I did not click on you, Javelin. So your bullets are basically going to be, I need to change this here. If I can just, okay, so universal bullets are going to be used to basically limit break any ships that are purple and lower. So elites, and then your rares, and then your commons. So the purple, blue, and gray are what you're going to use the universal bullets for. And then you'll use the gold bullets for SR ships. These are what you're going to be using the prototype bullets for the SR ships. And recently we just had the release of Shinano, so now you have the rainbow. Oh my gosh, forgive me, my touchpad is very sensitive. Now you have the rainbow bullets, which is the specialized bullets to enhance UR ships now, which is basically what you use for Shinano. But now that you see that, that's basically what you'll need there. Coins are going to be useful for limit breaking, and then, like I said, you either have to have a copy of the ship or the bullet that corresponds with it. Now, moving on here, one of the things that happens during these events is going to go here to the rate ups. So limited time rate ups. You want to pay attention to the ships that are on these banners, because a lot of times you can find 2, maybe 3 at most really good ships that you can use. When I started, I remember it was the Aurorus Noctis event that was going on, but I didn't really understand what building meant and what this meant and anything like that. So basically this shows you the construction rates for super rares, elites, rares, and common ships. That's basically the percentage that you would get once you go into the builder to build up these ships. So these are the ships that you want to really look out for: the Prince Heinrich, Peter Strausser, U-37, and Nunberg and Wesser. Do keep in mind that sometimes with these events that there are certain ships that you can get through doing certain activities instead of building for them, because their rate ups are not that good. So essentially, like U-37, you'll be able to collect her if you do a certain event every day, which I believe is, oh, basically if you get a certain amount of points, basically once you go to the event stage where I showed you that battle screen, you collect certain points, or depending on what node you're on, you collect points to then get 18 or 8,000 to collect U-37. Same thing with Z-28, I believe, or is it Z-28? Z-24, sorry. Z-24, this one's a little bit different, so, but they kind of do the same thing where it's based on how many points that you've accumulated by basically challenging those maps over and over again that are on the event tab. I've already got my copy of Z24, so I'm pretty much good on that. And then you can get Z28 by doing these tasks here. These are pretty easy. This is just going to show you some food on this above her here, and you just hit select, and you just have to remember the order. So boba, kebab, and I call this hummus. I don't know what that is. Boba, kebab, and then hummus. And then this lets you know if you have it right. I just gonna quick hit retire, and I get my gourmet platter or pass, and you just get out of there. You do that for 7 days, and then you'll get Z28. So 3 ships already. You just get them through the means of either activity or actually going to those event maps to completing them. So when it comes to actually building these ships, you would need, one of the things you have to realize is that when the events are going on, you want to build 3 ships a day. That is really the most efficient way to do these events. I just kind of said, fuck it, and just wasted all my cubes and all my money to try to get Peter Strausser, so that way I could limit break them with time, so I could win the little banner that you get if you limit break them. So you just build 3 ships, confirm. So with the 3 ships, you're going to hit the event requirement, and then you're going to hit your daily requirement. So keep in mind that when you're building, when there's no events, you only want to build 1 ship at a time. And like I said, you get guild points, which is a new system that's been introduced. And then like I said, you get 200 net coins back, and you break even with the cubes that you spent. But since there's an event going on, you typically want to build 3 ships, so that way you collect these points here. These are other ways to collect the points for the event that's going on to exchange with either ships or items. So now I'm just going to collect all, and then go back to where the build is. Normally, when there's no, if I'm not recording, I would just say, hey, you don't even have to use your quick finishers, just save them. But for the sake of the video, let's just see what we pull on these 3 here, and I'll just leave it at the 3. I've already spent enough cubes and money. So we got a Shropshire, Ranger. Oh, my deck is pretty much full. I don't have enough dock space. Oh, and that's one thing. Once you retire these ships, you actually get these medals here, which then you could use to go to the exchange shops. So for now, I'm just going to retire Northampton, Shropshire, and Norfolk. Get you guys out of here. Confirm. Alright, cool. So now we got 3 medals, and then you get coins, and then some books as well. Go back out of here. And then launch that last one here. Let's see if it's something good. Shropshire, nice. That's pretty much how this building went for me. Honestly, this was probably the worst one for me. Probably even worse than the Shinano one. I couldn't get any copies of her. I wasted so much coin and so much money or so much cube and coins trying to receive her. But basically, if you go to the build in that same build tab, after you retire a ship, you get these medals here, and then you can use these medals to exchange for either parts or books. Personally, I'm very low on the general parts, so I'm going to exchange for that. These books aren't bad to have now just because you can craft them into yellow books or gold books, but if you just want books instead, you can just do that. Uh, but yeah, that's going to be the gist of it. One of the things wanted to make, one of the main reasons why I wanted to make this video was understanding that when there's an event going on, you want to make sure that you collect all these ships, because once the event's over, the probability of you getting these ships again are close to zero, unless they add them to like the permanent pool, construction pool, which you can keep a lookout for. But typically, only like if they've rerun the events a couple of times do they add it to the construction pool permanently. So you want to do your best to do this, because I missed out on How by not building for her. I got Perseus, but I did not get How during the Noctis, whatever that event's called. But I did get that. I did not get Howie, which was one of my favorite ships in this game. But like I said, unfortunately I was not paying attention, and I didn't really know about the building and just kind of did whatever. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of the video. This channel is pretty much gonna have gaming, anime reviews, anime gameplay, basically all these things. So if you have any suggestions or any tips for improving my videos, just let me know in the comments down below, and you all have yourselves a good one. Peace.